Aloha, welcome on board, everybody. Can everyone hear me okay? All right, great. My name is Steve. And I know you've been briefed inside there already. In addition, normal entry and exit was through these side doors. Just push the handle down, the door swings open. The orange handle on either side is the emergency exit handle. If you pull up on that one, the door falls off. So we don't want to yank on that while we're flying around today. And of course, we're wearing life vests for the highly unlikely event we'd ever land in water. And we just pull the tabs, put them on. We don't inflate them inside. They're always inflated outside, so we'll make sure everyone's outside. Pull the tabs, they self-inflate or blow in the nozzles. This is the same briefing you've already heard while you're on board one of the airlines. Oh yeah, I got cameras all over the place. Well, everything we do is a Kodak moment. There you go. So without further ado, we'll wind up the rubber band and go fly. Everybody ready? Me too. First time in a helicopter for anybody? Me too. This should be great. No, I've been flying them so long I can fly them with my eyes closed, but I probably won't demonstrate that. Thanks, Steve. And we'll just get our clearance to be off the ground here shortly. Okay, we're all set. Let's go for it. Well, we reach our initial cruising altitude. That didn't take long. You can adjust the volume control on the headsets. If it's too loud or soft, just twist those knobs. How's the volume for everybody so far? Good, okay? Great. It's the busiest time for me near the airport here. Right now I'm talking with Tower. They're going to hand us to departure control here in just a second. Once we're outside their airspace, then my job's a lot easier. Don't have to talk inside and outside at the same time. And, well, my wife says I can barely walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. Isn't that a comforting thought? It's okay. I'll get that for you. No problem. Down below us here is a huge grove of macadamia nut trees. Now, anyone on board like MacNuts? Oh, yeah, me too. Did you know they're 80 calories a nut? That's before the chocolate goes on top. No wonder we love them. Good handful of Mac nuts, well, there's 1,000 calories right there. And the first investors to form Mac Farms of Hawaii was Jimmy Stewart and Julie Andrews. Ever since then, Mac nuts have become so popular around the world, people no longer know it's a product of Australia, not Hawaii. It's only been transplanted here. I think at the time, Jimmy Stewart told Julie Andrews, Julie, it's a great idea, but I still think you're nuts. Then they laughed all the way to the bank. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Big Island of Hawaii. This truly is the Big Island. (4,038 square miles of surface area. Maui is 729 square miles of surface area. Big difference. And Maui is the second largest island. Typical day in Hilo. We get 140 inches of annual rainfall. So if you were coming to Hilo expecting sunshine, 250 days it rains in Hilo out of the year. And we're just out running that little shower coming around to our left-hand side. All in a day's work. The highest point in the Pacific is also located on this island. And Mauna Kea stands 13,798 feet above sea level. It's called Mauna Kea because it means white mountain. And in the winter, it's covered with snow. Now, how many of us on board have come to Hawaii to see snow? Yeah, me neither. I grew up in Rochester, New York. I have seen a lifetime of snow. Used to shovel that stuff. My dad used to wake me 4 o'clock in the morning to go out and shovel the driveway. Oh, yeah, I miss those days. When I joined the military, he bought the top-of-the-line snowblower with all the attachments. I said, hey, Dad, how come you didn't have this thing when I was here? And he said, I had you. Like, it made perfect sense. Next to Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa is actually the main volcano, and it's actually one that has all the other volcanoes mounted on the sides. So when you say Big Island, you really mean Mauna Loa. It's 13,608 feet above sea level. Mauna Loa goes 20,000 feet below sea level. Over 33,000 feet top to bottom. Should have a rainbow over there somewhere. Now in Hawaii, a rainbow is called Wainui Nui. Traditionally, you see a rainbow in the air. Couples are supposed to kiss. No pressure, no pressure. once in a while you'll see me talking to the other aircraft that are over here. Now, the reason we still have active lava flow on this island is geographically beneath the surface there's a hot spot, a fissure opening to the mantle of the Earth. It's stationary. The Pacific plate is moving over the top of it, though, at a rate of about 4 to 6 centimeters a year. And that's what formed all the Hawaiian Islands. In fact, we can go 1,500 miles away to the northwest and still find islands that were once located here. As the plate was moving much more rapidly at that time, island formation was much smaller. And as the plate was getting slower and slower, islands kept getting larger and larger, until today, where the plate's moving the slowest, we find the largest island. But it's not the only one. Out our left door, 20 miles to your left offshore, is another island beneath the surface of the ocean currently called Lo'ihi. And in about 10,000 years, it'll break the surface. I told my wife that, and she said, if you'd like, I'll freeze your head so you'll be around when it breaks the surface. What is she trying to tell me anyways? Now, if you look straight ahead of us here, we can see lava that has come through the forest area. Back in 1983, we look up and see on the hillside, there's a hill. When you follow the lava back towards it, is Pu'u'o'o Vent. It grew 800 feet. The ground swelled up that high, and then in 1983, in January of that year, shot a geyser of lava 2,000 feet into the air. Only 1,400 feet higher than the Empire State Building. People in Hilo thought there was a forest fire, so they called the fire department, and they scrambled across here. By the time that they got back, after looking 2,000 feet up, they figured they can't put it out, so they went back to Hilo. But unfortunately, insurance companies that caught wind of the event canceled the policy for the homeowners across the board. So now they say the easiest way to get beat up in Hilo is to knock on a door saying, hey, I'm an insurance agent and I'm here to help you. Sure you are. Come on in. Meet Mr. Baseball Bat. There we see more of the lava. Came down from 1983. Just talking to another pilot over here. What we're looking for are surface flows. Today, Pu'u'o'o is capped off. It is still the longest continuous eruption in recorded history from 1983 till now. And mostly where it's erupting is beneath the surface here through lava tubes going down towards the ocean. And we see the smoke coming up. Now, the smoke is sulfur dioxide and other noxious fumes that are spewing at a rate of 200,000 cubic tons a day. And it drifts around the islands, causing fog, volcanic fog. You got up in the morning and you felt your sinuses a little stuffy, you're not catching a cold, you're catching fog. zip over here real quick. There was a breakout over here earlier, and I just confirmed with the other pilot it's still happening, so we're going to do a little timeshare. Now, when lava breaks out through the surface, it's coming from a lava tube. If it's over 2,000 degrees, it will flow downhill 40 miles an hour, up to 40 miles an hour. And when it cools, it looks like black glass, which Hawaiians would call pahoihoi. Now I'll get us positioned here so we can see it. Anyone on board run 40 miles an hour? I bet we all could with lava chasing us. Probably make 45 easy. If you look over here to your right front, we can see where lava now is breaking out, coming across the surface. Now I'll put this to the right, and then I'll switch the view around to the other side. See the red glow? That is red hot lava coming right to the surface right there. Okay, we bring it around the other side here. Okay, if you look to your left, do you see the red glow, everybody? Perfect timing. See the red glow? Anyone bring marshmallows? One more turn around here. Okay, get you one more to the left, and then I'll bring it around to the right side. We got that rain shower coming, so I wanted to get this first before the rains come across here. It'll quickly cool down the surface, and then be a lot harder to see. What do you think, Ann? You know, if you had your Thanksgiving turkey cooked here, it would cook a lot quicker. Probably about 3 seconds. Now, we've made some pretty good turns here, so I'm going to climb up the mountain a little bit. Now, we see these lava tubes indicated again by the smoke, so lava is actually traveling beneath the surface right here. And the other type of lava we can start to see, it looks like patches of brown and black dirt. And these are the flows. They're about 1,200 degrees, and they crumble into piles up to 75 feet thick. I think they got the name from the first Hawaiians who walked barefoot across it. Yeah, little razor-sharp shards of glass-like structures in it. You truck across that barefoot, it takes the bottom of your feet off. Of course, people rub lava on their feet all the time. Pumice stone. Very abrasive. Like my jokes? Very abrasive, too. I catch elbows now and then. A few swats across the back of the head, you know, to make my day a little more interesting. So you can throw those elbows anytime you like. Okay, we can see the pool vent now a little bit better. And while the weather's cooperating, I'm going to bring us up here for a quick peek and then head back down again. We got a sulfur cone passing, a couple of sulfur cones to your right-hand side. I'll show those on the other door when we're coming back down from here. little skylight down here the other day. Okay, you can still see it. Look to your left, everybody. You can see that opening. That's a skylight. Looking right down into the magma chamber right there. Okay, I won't be able to keep that too long. We got some more of the clouds coming around, but I'm going to make one quick turn here. And I apologize for all the quick turns, but I'm really going to maximize your tour this way. Okay, there you go to your right-hand side now. You can see that magma chamber. Look right down and see a river of lava flowing right down there. Okay, see that? Not bad. Now, timing is just perfect. Okay, I'll come one more turn around here. And we'll start back around again. Okay, I can get you one more turn. And look at how quickly the weather changes. That's about all we get for that one, but perfect timing. We've got 2 lava flows in the first part of our flight. That's great. Now I can relax. Oh, there's a lot of pressure on the pilots to find lava flows, so sometimes there's several of us out here, and we're just scouring the terrain trying to find something that's flowing out there, so I'm really happy. That worked out perfectly. You can see some steam coming up, too. Over to your right, where the rain showers are coming down through that plume of smoke, it forms acid rain, and it's completely wiped out the forest area over there. And seeing the trees, how dead they are, well, all it takes is a surface flow right on the edge, and boom, we've got a nice big forest fire going. So once in a while, instead of passengers, we're flying buckets of water to put out forest fires, which provides a service also to the park here. Founded in 1916 under Calvin Coolidge, 20th National Park of the United States, Volcano National Park. And I'll take us real quick down here. We gotta have a lava song. I love the words to this one. I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows. At least I want to be flying. Now I can see the west side road closure with a nice rainbow trying to appear over here to your left-hand side. A double rainbow. I think that's worth a double kiss. There you go. Yeah, I told you this would be the romantic flight. And the road closure is just down below us right over here. Farther to the left over by the shoreline. Wow, rainbows, lava. This flight's a keeper. A double rainbow. Now, can you imagine exchanging vows or renewing vows in a helicopter? Well, being the only ordained pastor pilot in the state, I get to marry people in helicopters. Rainbows in the background, waterfalls, and other beautiful places. Yes. I go from the cockpit to the pulpit all week, perform weddings in the air and renew wedding vows. Now, you know what couples find most attractive about getting married this way? Well, first of all, it's beautiful. Secondly, they know for certain they're coming back married. The two choices you face out here is I do or Geronimo. A little more pressure to say the right thing at the right time, isn't it? I tell couples, this is it. Today you're getting hitched or ditched. Make it count. Now, straight ahead of us, there's an area here where you'll see a patch of green. As you get closer, you'll find it's an entire community. This is the Royal Gardens community. And due to the lava flows from 1983 and then in 1992, which flanked the other side, it has completely severed this community from all the others. There was once 183 homes here in this little community just ahead. Today, there's only one person still living here, and his name is Jack. Want to see the house that Jack built? It's just ahead of us here. I'll make some turns so you can all see it. It's the red roof house just straight ahead over here. Right in front of you, Roger. I'll make a little turn here. You see it first to your left. I'll bring it around to the right. Now, Jack's not going anywhere because in the law books of Hawaii, it's still recorded today that if you voluntarily leave your property because of approaching lava, the moment you leave, you donated your property to the state of Hawaii. You could never get it back, and the state's not going to give you a dime for it. How'd you like to be 29 years into a 30-year mortgage and face that choice? Well, since 1983, 182 families made that choice. Just waiting for this last little cell of clouds to go passing by there. Maybe give one more opportunity. In the meantime, I was going to climb us up to another area where in 1992, Kupaia Naha, which means to hone out, that hillside straight ahead of us erupted, and that's the lava that flanked the area to the other side there of Royal Gardens and took it out. I imagine that's when most of the people left, now realizing they were surrounded by lava flows. And by now, I know what everyone's thinking. Poor Steve, the poor guy. He's got to fly around paradise like this all day. Oh, rough job. Yeah, you're right. Well, at least that's what my wife thought at one time. She thought I had a rough job, so I'd go home and she'd say, "Oh, honey, why don't you just have a seat and I'll give you a nice back massage?" And I used to go, "Okay." Well, that lasted all the way until stupid me took her flying one day. Pretty much ended right there. I should have left good enough alone. He said, "From now on, pal, I'm the only one in this family getting massages." I hardly call that work. Live and learn. Just ahead here, from the vent, there's actually a crack on the ground that goes from here all the way down to Cape Kumakai and also goes back all the way to Kilauea. It's a 50-mile crack or rift, and it's slowly widening. I was going to show this to you, so I came up here. Yeah, we were working our timing with the way the weather's coming around. If you look straight ahead, you can actually see another little hill with a crack in the middle of it. See that straight ahead? That's a fault line or rift, and it is slowly widening. Eventually, it's going to give way. When it does, 50 miles of this island, 3 miles long, is going to go whoosh into the ocean. It'll leave sea cliffs here about 2,000 feet high. So if you want oceanfront property, I'd start about over there to your left-hand side, because that'll be the next oceanfront. I'll bring it around the other side here. Now, Now, during that event, when that chunk drops in, it will drive waves up over 1,000 feet high that will go completely across the entire Hawaiian island chain. I want to be flying that day. My wife asked me one time, if mega tsunami waves were coming, would you fly over and pick me up? I looked her straight in the eyes and said, does this mean I get back massages again? Isn't leverage a wonderful thing? Yep, I look at marriage as like a Harley Davidson. Love is the Kickstarter to get it going, and leverage is the fuel to keep it running for a long time. Okay, I can take that elbow now. See, I knew I was due for one there sooner or later. Now we'll work our way the other direction. Of course, we got more rainbows. Should we go on a waterfall hunt? Sound good? All right. Let's go see if we can track down waterfalls. Wow, another beautiful rainbow. Why, nui nui. That's right, time for in-flight kissing again. In fact, you know, when you get rainbows like that, we're just going to step it up a notch here. I want a song that'll take everyone back to the first day, toe to toe, looking into each other's eyes, making those promises together. A full circle rainbow. My mouth movement, just coordinating with approach control. What I'm going to request is to transition around Hilo towards where I can find us some waterfalls. So that's what we'll do next. How many rainbows is that for us now? Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. There you go. Wow, isn't that beautiful? And what's great about a song like that, You know, there are days when us guys say the wrong thing at the wrong time and end up in the old doghouse. Isn't it great to know you can grab this video we're making, since the song's recorded there, throw it in the old VCR and say, honey, let's watch that flight again we took with Steve. And that song pops up with the scenery. It's like a get-out-of-jail-free pass. See how us guys stick together? Well, 'tis the season, and I have to throw a little Christmas music in there. As you look around here, looks like everyone's got a swimming pool. Actually, it's a water catchment. The county could not put underground plumbing here. So if you want water, it's the same water raining on your roof. It goes through gutters, comes through a filter, into a pump, and into the storage tanks that you see all around. And that's for doing your laundry and taking a bath, but I don't think I'd want to drink that water without a whole lot of filtration. And with all this wonderful rain, a lot of agriculture here around Hilo. We have banana, papaya, guava, breadfruit growing everywhere. Breadfruit is delicious. If you've ever tried breadfruit before, it's really good. You slice it like a pineapple, fry it in a frying pan with a little Maui onion, salt, and pepper, and you've got a real treat. It tastes like a potato pancake. Very good. And it's very healthy, too. Hawaiians at one time had a wonderful diet, high-protein, low-carb diet. And under King David Kalakaua, just to illustrate the shape and condition of the Hawaiians, he challenged his strongest and bravest warriors to a contest. And the contest was to start from the shoreline in the winter months, run up Mauna Kea to about 10,000 feet where the snow was, and pick as much snow up as they could carry, run back down the mountain, and whoever presented the king a handful of snow was declared the winner. Can you imagine what it would be like to run up a mountain 10,000 feet and run back down again? If you ever see paintings of the early Hawaiians, they looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Muscles on their muscles. They were huge. And we see the downtown Hilo area here just ahead of us. In 1946, they were hit with tsunami waves over 70 feet high. You get an earthquake in Alaska, Japan, or as far away as South America, you got tsunami waves here in Hawaii. We lost 91 people from tsunami waves in 1946. In 1960, we lost 61 people. So that's the ever-present threat. Now, if you visit the Tsunami Museum, you can actually see film footage of one of those tsunamis coming in. Down the Hamakua a little farther is a town called Lapahoihoi. And Lapahoihoi has, darting out from the cliff wall, little peninsulas towards the ocean just above sea level where the school's located at. And where all the people live is up on the top of the hill. Well, families were helplessly watching their children get washed into the ocean in those tsunami waves hit. Was nothing they could do about it. So we have a lot of respect for the ocean here. One thing you never do is turn your back on the ocean. And one of the Hawaiian friends I have was trying to illustrate this with me. He says, you watch. You turn your back on the ocean, a freak wave is going to come up and knock you down. And I thought, yeah, what's this, one of those old fables in Hawaiian? And I was giving him a lot of static about it, joking about it. He says, okay, brave guy, go ahead. So I stood out in the ocean, turned my back, and out of nowhere, a wave just came up and swallowed me. After that, I said, oh, okay, I get it now. You know, it's a little thick up here, like a coconut shell. Once in a while, it takes things a little longer to get inside. I want to find you some good falls. So it's a little extra time here, working our way over to the good spots, but it's well worth it. Hope you don't mind. I didn't think so. What do you think, Mark? A little smoother than a Huey, isn't it? I thought so, yeah. I mean, I'm not knocking Hueys. I flew them for a while. I flew Blackhawks down in South and Central America before I got here. In fact, that's what got me here. You might recall back in 1987, Noriega had torched the Marriott Caesars Park Hotel in Panama, and they showed an American soldier run in and pull everybody out of the fire. My last official act in the United States Army, so I got sent to Hawaii for 2 weeks R&R, which has never ended. Yep, I out-processed at Schofield Barracks, called up my commander and said, hey, guess what, sir? I outrank you. He went, excuse me? Yes, sir, I'm a civilian. Click. If you're going to leave the military, that's probably one of the best ways. Go with a smile on your face. But make sure you're out if you do something like that. Otherwise, the MPs will come pick you up and take you back. They're getting a good rain shower down by the airport again. Well, we finally made it to the spot I was looking for. We have some waterfalls here, and again, I'll do some timeshare. I'll put them on one side, then I'll switch the view around so it gets them on the other side. Coming around for your side, Mary. What do you think? You ready for our good waterfalls? Jerry, you'll see it to your left here with Roger. Isn't that a beautiful view? Poor Steve. You can see kukui nut trees with the bright green yellow leaves down here. That's the state tree of Hawaii. Kukui means light or candle. And Hawaiians actually burn the nuts like candles. And the oil that's in the shell was a beauty product for the Hawaiian ladies. Keep the hair shiny and skin smooth. And it's a fragrant oil. That would be perfume. Guys, wouldn't it be great if our ladies would go to one tree to do all their shopping here in Hawaii? Tell me Hawaiians didn't have it made. There's a good view over to this side. And I'm making sure I captured all this on your videos as well, so I'm recording everything I'm pointing out. Now, the saddest part of our flight today is when we start to see the airport where we started. Shucks. Heading back home again. Hawaiians have an expression. They say, "Wahala nakapuna ahe eki kole oleu, vala nako ke iala, inamea ike awi opililo iyo kikilo," which kind of a mouthful, but translated it means, the ancestors of Hawaii have long since passed on. Today's people see a glimpse of that time here long ago and far behind. I really enjoy being the one to share that glimpse with you today. And I like to think of everyone on board as going from friendship to family in one flight. Look at how fast my family grows. But you could do me a favor, please recommend Sunshine Helicopters to family and friends. You caught on to those really good. Word-of-mouth advertising is our best form of advertising. And you'll find us also in Maui and over in Hapuna on the other side as well. What perfect timing. And again, we just missed those showers that were heading up. In a couple minutes, the falls will be gone, and no one else gets to see them but us. Just like that lava. And we want to stay buckled until we touch down. Folks will come out to offload. Always exit to the front of the helicopter, never the rear. The tail rotor is back there, invisible. It's spinning so fast. I get real busy talking to these folks. Gives me my last opportunity to bid you the warmest aloha. Mahalo for flying with me, everybody. And the hui ho malamapono. Please take care of yourselves to the next time we meet. And since it's this time of year, mele kaliki maka haole makahiki ho. A Merry Christmas and Happy New Year or Happy Hanukkah. Have a great time while you're here, everybody. Is it me or is it raining? I'll be coming out here, so it should be just a passing shower. We'll wait until most of it goes by. The trick is to make it look easy. Aloha. Truly my pleasure. Enjoy your vacations, everybody. And Joel's going to be helping to offload.